How do you regard competitors like Showtime Sports? Do you regard them as competition, or do you regard them sort of as allies? Like, you're both trying to mass market boxing, so it could sort of be mutually beneficial, or are they competitors?
I always had incredible respect and admiration for my competitors. Always. I studied them. I knew who they were. I knew where they were from. I knew the way they thought. I had to know that to be successful. But I always admired and respected what they did, and I admired and respected that they were people who went home to a life, to friends or families, and they were providing for people and providing for themselves and trying to get ahead with their lives. However, with a capital H, they were competitors of mine. There's nothing I enjoyed more than competing. And I had to win. I didn't want to win. Right. I had to win. Establishing HBO pay-per-view as the new successful kid on the block back in the early 1990s, and then morphing the business at least a dozen times over the years. Changes in boxers, changes in technology, changes in audience focus, in social media, digital media, marketing capabilities, required, and the desire of competitors to shoot me off the perch every day, right, required that I be ultra competitive and always want to win. And I still hugged and shook hands with, right, and had drinks with and meals, right, with my competitors all the time. And I separated business from pleasure. But as soon as I got to work, right, couldn't wait to put the gloves on, so to speak, right, and fight hard, because I had to win. And the testament to that was being on top for 25 years. Right. That's a long time to be the best. And I'm very proud, and was very proud of my teammates that were with me all along the way to stay on top. So
sort of, you could say, you can make the analogy, it's almost like two boxers. It's like almost the better the boxer, the better, sometimes the better the competition they bring out, the better in the other fighter. Could you say that the same thing is for, you know, another company that competes, like the better they get, the better you get?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like a great match, I love great boxing matches when at the end of the fight, two superb athletes walk over and give each other a hug. Gaddy and Ward did that. They fell in love. Right. They became brothers forever. I saw Oscar do that many times when fights were over. They developed a respect because they were in the foxhole together, they were in combat together. I had great times with people like Jay Larkin, may rest in peace, Ken Hirschman when he was at Showtime, Mark Greenberg. I loved competing against those gentlemen. And we fought. We had battles non-stop. But at the end of the day, for example, when we did the Lewis Tyson fight, and we had to be compadres and work together, right, we had a great time working together. We joined the same side of the table, rolled our sleeves up, and had probably the time of our lives working that fight. And when the fight was over, Jay Larkin gave me the frozen pork chop that he said grew on palm trees in Tel Aviv, because, in fact, he said Mike Tyson would never fight on HBO, and when Lennox Lewis won that fight, the delayed telecast, lo and behold, ended up on HBO. Right. So Jay gave me a package of frozen pork chops that he had his butcher, his kosher butcher, relabel pork chops from Tel Aviv, from palm trees that grew in Israel. And I'll never forget it. But believe me, that showed the competitiveness, that the fight was over, and now it's time to get back to business. Right. And we went right back to war. Right. But we, you know, when we saw each other at the boxing writers' dinners or even at fights, right, I would provide tickets to my competitors anytime they wanted to. Right. I respected them and admired them, right, loved a number of them, became friendly with them. Yeah, you know, there's business and there's pleasure. But competing in business is a great thing. It's a great motivator, and it's very rewarding. And you know what? You win some and you lose some. And you have to have your eyes, you have to be honest enough with yourself and have your eyes open wide enough and your ears open wide to hear, to know, you know, what you need to win. Right. But it was always a competition for me.